Hello everyone, I just wanted to do a quick video. I just read The Life of Pi, so I just wanted to share a few thoughts about it. So The Life of Pi was written in 2001 by Jan Martel. It won the Man Booker Award for fiction, and also has been translated into several different languages. It's also been adapted into a movie in 2012. The basic premise is it's a survival tale about a Indian boy lost at sea with a adult Bengal tiger. But the story is so much deeper than just a simple survival story. It's got many themes of life and religion and growing up and animals and zoos and so many other things. No spoilers, by the way, in case you haven't read the book or seen the movie. So, like I said, the movie was released in 2012. It was directed by Ang Lee. I saw the movie shortly after it came to video, and I instantly loved it. It pretty much jumped on my favorite movie list immediately, and it stayed there. It's got great acting, a great script, great cinematography. The visuals are just stunning. And so I've always wanted to give the book a try. And so I finally did that this last week. It did not disappoint. It's on the same level as the movie. It's debatable which one is better. It's really comparing apples and oranges, though. I like both. The writing style is really nice. It's got some great prose and some witty lines and witty dialogue. Lots of interesting quotes. It wasn't even that long of a book. It was around 300 pages. So it's a relatively quick read. But I enjoyed it. The book and the movie are pretty much similar. There's not a lot of difference. Obviously, the movie cut out some of the details that the book has, which is to be expected. But I think for the most part, the plot was relatively similar. Like I said, it contains a lot of heavy themes, even more so than just basic survival. First of all, it's set in India, so you got a lot of Indian culture, a lot of references. It's set in, I believe, the 70s, so there's some political references and other things that are going on in India at the time, which gives it a little more flavor. It also goes into a lot of information and details about zoos and zookeeping and just the nature of animals and people. And also goes a lot into religion. Not even one religion, it goes into many different ones. So there's lots of religious undertones, kind of. A lot of more spiritual based religion context rather than traditional religion. So it has lots of thoughts about faith and God and life and growing up and just all kinds of different things. The symbolism in the movie and in the book are amazing. I couldn't even scratch the surface on all the symbolism that's contained. So I'm not even going to try. I'm not that smart. There are smart people that can do that. And there are smarter videos on YouTube that you can watch to delve into that. But overall, it was a really interesting read. If I had to give it some negatives, I would start with the beginning of the book. The first 100 pages or so are all kind of setup and character building. And then you don't really get to the actual story until a little into the book. Don't get me wrong, the stuff in the beginning is absolutely important for understanding the ending. But it does get a little tedious at times. And I'd be lying if I said it didn't drag on a little. even though there are some great passages in those 100 pages about animals and religion. The other thing I could mention is there are some pretty graphic descriptions of violence and um, bodily harm, more or less. I wouldn't call it a negative, really. I'm fine with that. It's just catches you off guard sometimes, especially when you're eating lunch. So that's kind of a negative. I don't know, not really, but I have to mention something. So, and then the last thing I'll mention, it's kind of a nitpick. I wouldn't say it's really a flaw in the book, but really more of something I've noticed about different survival stories and wilderness tales and whatnot. It's the minutia of the things involved. I cut this, and I tied this rope, and I put that at an angle, and I placed it here, and then I cut this, and blah 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 blah. If you enjoy that kind of stuff, good for you. I don't, so I tend to glaze over during those moments. So there is some of that in here. I didn't think a whole lot. There was enough to make me notice it. Again, not really a flaw in any other book or in other stories, but just something I don't really get into. So again, another thing I just had to mention because there's really nothing else in the story that I can mention as a flaw. So take that for what you will. And so on that note, the rating I'd give it is probably a 5 out of 5. The few complaints I had were pretty minor. They weren't enough to bring the rating down. Actually, for most of the book, it would have been a 4 out of 5. But the last 100 pages or so really brought it up a star or a number, whatever they are. I don't know. It's got a good ending, a good final act, even. So that bumped it up to a 5. So yeah, so I really enjoyed it. I may be reading it again sometime in the future. Maybe I'll just watch the movie. Who knows? I kind of want to watch it anyways. But anyways, if you like animals or zoos or survival stories or nautical tales or stories set in India, then yeah, you would really like this. If you like some more philosophical, well, not really philosophical, maybe more spiritual aspect to your books, you could enjoy this as well. You don't have to be any one religion to enjoy your experience with this book, because the main character himself considers himself a member of 3 different religions, so you can have your pick. So yeah, really good book, 5 out of 5, Life of Pi. I would recommend it. So that's going to do it for now. Thanks for watching. I look like a manager at Papa John's.